morning, everyone. My name is Nathanael. Now I tell you the short story, The Sphinx Without a Secret by Oscar Wilde. One afternoon, I was sitting outside the Cafe de la Paix, watching the slaughter and sameness of Persian life, and wondering over my format at the strange panorama of pride and authority that was passing before me. When I heard someone call my name and turned around and saw Lord Magician. We had not met since we had been a court together nearly 10 years before, so I was delighted to come across him again, and we shook hands warmly at Oxford. We had been great friends. I had liked him in he was so handsome, so spirit, and so honorable. We used to say of him that we would be the best of fellows if they did not always speak the truth, but I think we really admired him the more for this frankness. I found him a good deal changed. He looked anxious and puzzled and seemed to be in doubt about something. I feel it could not be modern acceptance for musician was the enthused. So I called that was a woman and asked him if we was married. I don't understand woman well enough, he answered. My dear Gerald, I said, women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. I cannot love where I cannot trust, he replied. I believe you have a mystery in your life, Gerald, I exclaimed. Tell me about it. Let us go for a drive, he answered. It's not too crowded here, no, not too your cream, any color. The dark green one will do. And in a few moments we were trotting down in the boulevard direction of the mill. Where shall we go to say? I said. Oh, anywhere you like, he answered. To the restaurant in the boys when dine here. The I want to hear about you first, I said. Tell me your mystery. He took from his pocket a little silver clasped Morocco case and handed it to me. I opened it. Inside there was a photograph of a woman. She was tall and slight, the strangely picture her locks, thick and loose hair. She looked like a Calvin and wore rich fur. What do you think of that face? He said. It is truthful. I examined it carefully. It seemed to the face of some had a secret, but words or evil I could not stay. A plastic and the faint smile that just spread across the lips to be really sweet. Well, hi, great Simon, what do you say? She is the Gioconda in Sables, I answered. Let me know all about her. Not now, he said, after dinner, and began to talk of other things. When the waiter brought us our coffee and cigarettes, I reminded Gerald of his promise. One evening, he said, I was walking down Bond Street about 5 o'clock. There was the traffic rush of cars and the traffic. We almost stopped close to the pavement, the little yellow broom. As I passed by there looked out from it the face I saw you this afternoon. All that night I kept thinking of it, and all the next day. But I could not find Mabel. Began to think she was merely a dream. Dinner was for 8 o'clock, but at 8:30 we were still waiting in the drawing room. Finally, the servant opened the door. It was the woman looking for us in very slowly. After we had sat down, I remained quiet. I think I caught sight of you in Bond Street some time ago. I feel personality in love, stupid in love, and the infinable and atmosphere of mystery that surround here excited my most ardent curiosity. See, he scented for a moment, glanced round to see if anyone was near, yes, and then said, "Yes, tomorrow at the quarter to 5 I'm going Madame the result to tell me about her." But all that I could learn was that she was a widow with a beautiful house in Parkland and a songs in decent on window. The next day, I arrived at Parkland punctual to the moment, but was told by the butler that lady I had no answer for several days. But at last I got a little note saying she would be at home one Sunday at 4 and with this excellent postscript. Please do not write to me here again. I will explain when I see you. On Sunday, she received me. If I ever had occasion to write to her again to address my letter to Mr. Knox. All throughout the season, I saw a great deal of her, and the atmosphere of mystery never left here. Sometimes I thought that she was in the power of some man, but the look I could not believe it. I wrote to her and delivered to ask her if she could see me the following Monday at 6. She answered yes, and I was in the seventh heaven of delight. I was infinite with her. I talked then insinuation of it. I see now. No, it was the woman herself I loved. The mystery troubled me, married me. Why did chance put me in its track? You discovered in then? I cried. I fear so, he answered. You can judge for yourself. When Monday came round, I went to lunch with my uncle, and about 4 o'clock found myself in the Melbourne Road. My uncle, lived in Regent Park. I wanted to get the business and took a shortcut. On the doorstep lay her handkerchief, which she had dropped. I picked it up and put in my pocket. Then I began to consider what I should do. I came to the conclusion right to spy on her, and I drove down to the clock. At 6 I called to see her. She was lying on the sofa in a loved by some strange monster that was always more war. What right have you to question me? She answered. The right of a man who loves you, I replied. I come here to ask you to be my wife. She hid her face in her hands and burst into floods of tears. You must tell me, I continued. She stood up and looking me straight in the face, said, Lord Musician, there is nothing to tell you. You went to meet someone. I cried. This is your mystery. She grew tearful white and said, I went to meet no one. Can you tell the truth? She replied, I was friend. I don't know what I said things to her. I shut my life up and saw no one. I had loved her so much, I had loved her so madly, good, Oh, I had loved the woman. You went to the street to the house in it? I said. Yes, he answered. One day I went to Comer Street. I could not help it. I was torn mid top. I could not and the door and desperate looking woman opened it to me. I asked her if she had rooms to let. Well, sir, she replied, their drawing rooms are soon to be let, but I have not seen the lady for 3 months. And when is she coming back, sir? The lady is dead, I replied. Oh, sir, I hope not, said the woman. She met someone here, said, but the woman assured me that it was not so, that the that she always come alone, and so more warned her. And sometime had tea, the woman answered. Now, what do you think it all meant? You don't believe the woman was telling the truth? I do. Then why did Lady Alroy go there? My dear girl, I answered. Lady Alroy was simply a woman with a mania for mystery. She took this room for the pleasure of going there with her veil down and imagining she was a heroine. She had a passion for secret, a Sphinx without a secret. Do you really think so? I'm sure of it. He took out the Morocco case, opened it, and looked at the photograph. I wonder, he said at last. Thank you, everyone.